Today we're going to talk about game. And game, we're not talking about video games, we're talking about actual game, intergender dynamics with the opposite sex. Game is important because it allows you to get what you want. It's like you understand the dynamics between men and women, and you understand what's necessary to get what you want. So one of my favorite authors, Rollo Tomasi, who's the author of The Rational Male, he has like 5 books in that series. Great books. If you haven't read them, I invite you to check them out and read them as soon as possible. But he actually gives the definition of game here. In his book, he says that game is shorthand for an applied understanding of social cues, environments, and intersexual dynamics. So game, man, the way I like to think about game is like how you carry yourself when you're speaking with women, and if you actually come off as confident or not. And there's a lot of little social cues and a lot of things that you have to understand to get to a point where you're comfortable with talking to girls, because I think game is something that you develop throughout time. Like game changes so much when you're young to, as you get older. Like my game when I was 15, I didn't really have any game. I think another thing like to that point is that I think beta and alpha is a mindset. And I think that a lot of guys start off as betas. We all mostly I think 99% of guys start off as betas. And we have to grow and actually educate ourselves to become more of alpha males, where we're growing in the gym, we're growing physically, we're growing mentally, we're making more money. I think that process, it just takes time. You have to actually get to that point. But going back to game is that like when I think about game when I was 15, my game was completely different, man. I didn't really have any game at that point. I didn't really know what to say to girls when I talked to them. I didn't really know how to approach them. I didn't know that there was a difference between the right things to say and the wrong things to say. And what I've come to realize now that I'm in my late 20s is that game is very effective when you're talking to women. And there's a lot of little social cues and understandings that you need to understand, that you need to learn to actually develop better game, where you get to a point that game is just kind of who you are now. You're not like acting or anything like that. It's actually who you are. So it makes it easier whenever you're at a grocery store or at the bookstore or at a coffee shop and you have an interaction with a girl. You actually know social cues of when to ask for her number. You know how she's feeling. You know what to say to her. I think game is very important, and there has to be an awareness that you have to have game when you're talking to girls. And depending on what you want from the interaction, game will help you get that. If you don't have any game, there's a lot of guys that don't have any game, that they can't really communicate with a girl, and they can't really get her number. They can't really get her name. And it makes it a lot harder, but it's because they don't have the understanding of what game is. When it comes to game, I think the best ways that you can increase your game dramatically off the bat is to hit the gym, get in shape, start lifting weights. That's just gonna physically make you more attractive. And the second thing is to start to dress better and take care of your personal hygiene, meaning that you're taking care of your smile, you're actually hitting the dentist every couple months, getting a cleaning, you're brushing your teeth daily, you're also keeping track of your facial hair, making sure that it's nice and clean, nice and groomed. Also that your style, you're constantly, making sure that you have a nice style, where your shoes and your outfit is fresh, you're taking care of yourself. I think those are the fastest ways that you can increase your game. Again, game is more of it's more of the communication that you have with women and the social cues, like your physical, social, and communication cues that you have with girls. But the barrier to entry to have effective communication with the girls is to take care of those parts first. Like make sure that you're in shape, and also make sure that you have a nice style, man. Like you're staying fresh and you're grooming yourself daily. That's gonna make it easier when you actually go up to approach a girl, or you actually just have like a spontaneous conversation with a girl at a grocery store or something like that. That it's gonna make the interaction be a lot more effective, because you're off the bat, you're coming across as a confident guy. He's in shape. He's well groomed. He's well dressed. So off the bat, you already have a lot of things that a lot of guys don't have. And after that, it's just kind of how you carry on the conversation. If you know how to carry it on smoothly with her, like you guys are actually vibing, and then you get to the point where you actually close the conversation, where you get her number or you get her social media, Instagram, whatever, and then from there you can keep the conversation going through text. But the very premise of having effective game is those parts right there, and being in good shape, and also being well groomed and well dressed, and that's going to take you a far away. But if you're interested in this topic, drop it down in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions about this. If there's anything specific that you want me to cover, I can cover it down in the comments, and I can make a video in the future about that topic. So drop it down in the comments. Let me know what you think. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure to give the video a like. I'll catch all of you in the next video. Stay strong, stay relentless, and keep on conquering. Peace.